Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Alhamdulillah. So, day 15 of Ramadan, wa alhamdulillah. And inshallah ta'ala, everybody in the best state of iman and good health and staying focused. Wa alhamdulillah. So we halfway through, 5 more days until, tonight is the 16th night. So it's the 15th day and the 16th night. So I'm saying that because that we 4 nights, including tonight, 16, 17, 18. Well, we 5 days away from the 20th, right? 5 nights, man. That we at that last 10 days, which is extremely important for those who seeking Laylatul Qadr and trying to get as much ajr and as much as we can in, because this month is almost over. So with us being halfway through, for those who haven't started already, it's time to start thinking about life after Ramadan. My deen after Ramadan. How can I excel? How can I turn it up a notch from this point on? Am I going to keep my Quran reading up, or whatever studies or whatever I'm listening to? How can I keep it up? How can I turn it up to 10 and be better going into the next years, the following years, So, myself, I've been sitting back reflecting, and, I listened to the brother give a khutbah today. I listened to it on YouTube, right? And he was speaking about how he knew some people who had died like 2 days before Ramadan, a day before Ramadan, the first day of Ramadan. They got to fast one day and then die. He just went through, and like within the 2 weeks of being in Ramadan and a few days before Ramadan, just the amount of Muslims that he knew passed away, and the janazas that they done had to attend during Ramadan. And, alhamdulillah, like, I thank Allah Azza wa Jal, I've never had the opportunity to attend a janazah during the month of Ramadan. I've been to them, but never during the month of Ramadan. And when you see a real janazah, that's I advise, like, some Muslims haven't seen a real janazah. I'm talking about when they actually take a body covered up and put it in the dirt, not a body in a casket. When they take a body and it's covered up, it's wrapped up, and it's put in the actual dirt, right? And then, some get that concrete block to put over it to keep the body from rising up. And then you take that dirt and start throwing the dirt in it yourself. And start, watch that hole get filled up. It is life changing. It is life changing. It ain't like when you see your loved one in a casket and they get lowered down And some of them don't even see it get lowered down. They still be up and then they leave. It ain't like that. We talking about watching the body get put in the dirt and then buried. You know, like that when they have like non-Muslim family members there, they be screaming, man, because it's not that I've experienced it, but it's kind of like how individuals like take somebody. Like imagine people who do something to somebody and they take them somewhere and they have to bury the actual body. When you see a real janazah, it's kind of give you that feeling, and it do something to your heart, man. So alhamdulillah, man, I haven't had the experience during Ramadan, especially multiple janazahs during the month of Ramadan, man. That has to be, that football affected me, man. And I seen, this year, like where we at, when Ramadan first started off, the weather flipped on us. So, it got pretty warm. It had got hot. And then was Ramadan, as we got into fasting, maybe a few days in, it turned around and snowed. Like the weather just got real cold and it snowed. It didn't stick. It was more like a snow rain, sleet type of thing. And then it just got to raining. So like I got a little congestion from it. I got bad enough where I probably should have stopped fasting, but I didn't. I just went ahead and stuck it out. Alhamdulillah, by the permission of Allah. But what I'm getting at is, the next couple of years, like Ramadan is generally 11 to 13 days earlier than it was the year before. So, like maybe the next 8 years, maybe. That may be too many years, but like the next 8 years, because it's generally 2 in a month, right? So like the next 8 years, man, Ramadan gonna be in the wintertime. Like next year is gonna be in February. Then it might catch the beginning of February the year after that. And then 2 in January, then 2 in December. So if you count it by 2006, 2007, February. No, stop. Yeah. 2006, 2026, 2027, February. 2028, 2029, January. So, and that's 4 years. And then another 2 for like December. That's pushing us up to what, around like 2031? And then November, So like the next 8 years, man, Ramadan is going to be in the wintertime. And people gonna need to get their health together. Especially like some of us, man, who all of us not that young, man, and some of us who up in age, and some people already have health issues that they probably could work on, but they really don't. They take it for granted. And you have health issues, but you able to fast. It ain't like you a person who can't fast due to medication that you have to take. People probably need to start thinking about that. It made me think about it because, alhamdulillah, man, like it even made me think. I've completed, by me becoming Muslim so young, I've actually completed a full cycle of fasting. I didn't complete every year because I was young, but they said it generally take about 32, 33 years for Ramadan to do a full cycle, to complete a whole entire year, right? But my issue was when I first started off, in like, I think the very first time, because I'm telling you, man, I was young, I was a kid, but 93, my first time fasting was in 93, but it was in December. But Ramadan was around that time. I want to say like January or something, but I didn't know it because, the Nation of Islam back then, they always fast every year in December. I wasn't a member of Nation of Islam. We didn't know that they wasn't Muslim. So, they were saying it was Ramadan and that Ramadan was every single December. But then, not to really go into that, but excuse me, I was fasting in December. I didn't complete the whole month, but I fast from 93. I fast in December every year. I didn't make a full 30 days until 97. Right? But my point is, I remember, although the days were short, but with the way the weather was, by the end, I got sick like the year that I completely completed it. And what kept making me not complete it was I kept getting sick. Although I was young, and I had them habits. I was young, I was a kid, but I was chiefing, I was drinking. You know what I'm saying? But although I'm fasting in the day, at nighttime I'm doing what I do. So I would get sick though. And I remember in 97 though, it wasn't none of that. And I mean, man, I say around like the 28th day, I had to fight and struggle to get those last 2 days in. I was super sick. So my point is, man, just remembering, and then when I catch in to real Ramadan, not just in December, it's in like January. Because I remember I was fasting, and then I found out I had fasted in December, and then I found out that Ramadan was starting like in the middle of January or something. So I'm like, man, I fasted. So this was me figuring out when real Ramadan was. I ended up seeing it in the newspaper. But anyway, so I started fasting during that January. And I remember, man, I used to get sick. So like for people who, but like I said, I was living a little different. But it just made me think, man, like just a little wet. Like this weather didn't even get, but by going from hot, it's hot 3 days, then it snows, and then it's raining and super cold for like the next 3-4 more days. And then it's been like that, then all of a sudden today it was like 80. And then it's gonna be cold again Sunday. It's Saturday morning now, but like Sunday it's gonna be back down in like the 40s or something, 30s, high 30s or something. But anyway, to the point, man, people need to get their health up and really need to get their fasting regulated and a diet together so you can avoid getting sick or being able to, like I can, alhamdulillah, with the permission of Allah, not being so sick to the point that I had to break my fast. I probably should have, because I probably would have got well a little quicker, but it wasn't worth it, you know. And then, inshallah, man, some people, man, be able to live long enough to do a complete cycle of Ramadan. Like if it's some people first year, like some of the brothers, the new Shahada brothers, them, this they first year. They should keep track of that. And like some of us, we probably not gonna, we might not see a complete cycle. To see Ramadan roll around all the way again like that, and where we actually fasting, So alhamdulillah, man, that's a blessing, man. But that's just what I wanted to speak on, man, because when a brother spoke about that and then how, people passing away and stuff, man, some of the brothers, man, I know some people who fasting, man, like, they close to 60, some in their 60s, brothers who 50, 40s, you know what I'm saying, like me, around certain ages, like just like people who like me, that's like I don't really eat a lot of meat, and then when Ramadan starts, sometimes I get some meat. I think that meat kind of played a role in it, like it weakened my system. I don't know, I can't say that, but just be prepared, man. Just think about that, man. Like maybe the next 8 years, Ramadan is going to be in the wintertime, man. So like people who don't stay at home and have to work, be prepared, man. Get your health together, man. Exercise, get your diet together, and stick to it, Like I said, man, some of these, some of the brothers, man, close to 60 in their 60s, probably already got different health issues, Try to get yourself together, man. You know what I'm saying? By the permission of Allah. Because that fasting in the wintertime is different for people who haven't done it. The days are shorter, yes. Because it'll be getting dark around at least in the Midwest. I was on the West Coast one time too, though, but it still got dark fairly early in the wintertime. It wasn't like, but depending on which month it is, but like a good December, January, it'd be around like maybe 5, sometime around about 4:45 or something. But depending on how bad that winter is, if you have to leave and you have to go to work and get out there in it, fasting in the wintertime is different, man. It is different. You gotta really get your health up. You really do, man. You gotta have your health together in the wintertime when you're not fasting. And see, like your body go through a detox phase when it's fasting. And like your lungs start to adjust, your bones, and like you may have like some old injuries or whatever. When you start fasting and your body try to heal it, so like those areas might start aching. In the wintertime, yeah, man, it's gonna be real. So may Allah be with us all, man, and help us, and just try to prepare yourself, So life after Ramadan. What you gonna do? It's time to think about it, It really is, man. It really is. It's really time to start thinking about life after Ramadan and your deen and your elevation and what you're gonna carry with you on a daily basis. And see, this is something I want to say to the people, man, because a lot of people is just really baffled. Like, if Shaitan locked up, why so many bad people? Like, why is evil still going on? And I'm going to give y'all a little jewel. Islamic jewel. Shaitan can't make nobody do nothing. See, sometimes as human beings, man, we love to play the blame game. You understand? It ain't. It's never our fault. Nothing. What we do to other people, what we cause other people to do, is never our fault. See, Shaitan can't make us do anything. The only thing Shaitan can do is just whisper, make a suggestion. If you do that thing, you did it. You understand? So Shaitan has the mastery of whispering to our desires. See, generally, man, a lot of times when people do something that they know they didn't have no business doing, they wanted to do it. You understand? They wanted to do it, generally. You know what I'm saying? Of course, sometimes people get forced into stuff. People might, pull pistols on them or beat them up and make them do some stuff, or, but generally, sometimes, man, when people doing stuff that they ain't got no business doing, they wanted to do it. And Shaitan don't make anybody do anything. He may just catch you when you whisper. But if Shaitan can get you, this is why preparing for Ramadan 6 months ahead of time and then tightening up 3 months or starting 3 months, it can help prepare you, because all Shaitan had to do is just get you on a lifestyle. You see what I'm saying? All Shaitan had to do is get you on a lifestyle, and then you fall into that. And then when Ramadan comes, you can't really be on what you need to be on because you're stuck in that lifestyle. You can't switch gears quick enough. But Shaitan don't have to be around to do that. So a lot of these people, when we see this evil, like, man, why all this evil going on? You have to keep in mind, our everyday lifestyle is evil. We wake up to evil. We go to bed to evil. It's evil on our TV. It's evil in our music, no matter what race you are. You know what I'm saying? We dealing with the kuffar, man. Their whole lifestyle is ungodly. So some people, Shaitan don't have to whisper or suggest anything to them. Their lifestyle is pleasing to him. Even some Muslims. So just because Ramadan comes in, some of them just don't have the strength to stop doing it. You see what I'm saying? And that's one of the things that Shaitan is gonna say. Like, if we end up in the hellfire, we end up in that situation, we've been warned about it. When we look and be like, man, Shaitan made me do that, want to blame Shaitan, Shaitan gonna be like, hey, I ain't make you do nothing. Like I said, Shaitan gonna laugh at us. I ain't make you do nothing. The only thing I did was present a suggestion. I just whispered. And Shaitan gonna laugh at us. So even though it's Ramadan and Shaitan locked up, all Shaitan had to do was get people on that course before Ramadan even came. And that's why sometimes when you in like a Muslim country, it's a lot easier because the lifestyle is set in the country. You see what I'm saying? But when you in a country that's a Kafir country, the evil is set in the country. They not fasting, we are. You know what I'm saying? When you fasting and you do, people don't like righteous people, man. That's just a fact. People don't like righteous people. You know what I'm saying? Just like right now today, when according to how we know this, when Isa alayhi salam was on earth, they tried to murk him. Now Islam, we know Allah raised him up, but to the kuffar, in their mind, people actually beat and killed Jesus. You think good people did that? If This was the same day and time, and Jesus, Isa alayhi salam had never walked the earth before, and had to come in this day and time. These people would kill him. If Allah Azza wa Jal sent another prophet in this day and time, these people, especially if he gets sent somewhere like America, they kill him. Any prophet that came with a message and was trying to change the people and call people back, they tried to kill him, man. So that's Shaitan. So our society is just it's evil based. The whole foundation is corrupt. The whole foundation is evil, man. So, that's just one of the things for it, man. Shaitan don't make anybody do anything. If you turn around and do something, it's because you did it. Shaitan might, pardon me, Shaitan might whisper, create a situation. You got the shayateens, but you surrounded by non-righteous people. You see what I'm saying? So that's why you see it. That's why you see it. Shaitan could go do a 30-day bit comfortably. And that's why we need to focus on life after Ramadan. Some people, unfortunately, can't wait to get back to that boyfriend or girlfriend that they partially gave up for 30 days. Some people can't wait to get back to them streets that they gave up partially for 30 days. Some people can't wait to get back to them intoxicants that they partially gave up for 30 days. You know what I'm saying? I've been that before. As soon as Ramadan was over with, man, it was right back to what it was. Like I hadn't even fasted 30 days. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, I know some people, man, unfortunately, on this earth, I'll just put it this way. On this earth, it's some people, man, who couldn't wait 30 days to get back to it. They're not eating and they're not drinking and sex in the daytime. What wasn't the hardship for them? A week in, 2 weeks in, they had to get back to it. They had to get back to that relationship. They had to get back to it. So some people can't even wait 30 days. You know what I'm saying? And that's just unfortunate, man, So that's what we need to focus on. Life after Ramadan. And how can I be 10 times better next Ramadan? Because it's hey, I'm telling y'all, man. It's real. And Shaitan didn't make them do that. That was their nafs. They don't want to purify their heart. They don't want to purify their nafs. And Allah Azza wa Jal tell us 1,000,000 times, man, because I'm speaking without Allah, so I don't want to say 1,000,000 times with that type of exaggeration, but people know what I mean. But Allah informs us in the Quran, you carry yourself a certain way, He'll take this deen away from you. You won't be able to understand it. And by me mentioning that, man, I've been having, conversations with Muslims this Ramadan. And Muslims starting to make up their own religion. not a whole, but been talking to people, man, and you know, and just me saying that just because some people who I talk to, just because we talk, don't mean that I'm saying you make up your own religion. You know what I'm saying? If you know you don't make up your own religion, don't start taking it personal. But like never before, and it just be like, subhanallah, man. You know, it's like how do you fix this? How do you clean it up? And it's like during Ramadan. You know what I'm saying? Like whoa, like you done made up your whole entire. You done made up a whole entire shindig. But it's kind of like I just seen it all the time in Christianity, man. You know, by me being Muslim a long time, and then like, you know, some of the homies who didn't become Muslim or whatever and be Christian, and you know you be around them, and they're just, you know, the stuff they be saying like, well, I got my own personal relationship with God, and I do this, I talk to God this way, I talk to God, I do this, I do that. You know, they done really just made up their own religion. And now I see some Muslims starting to do the exact same thing, you know. And, you know, I pray to Allah Azza wa Jal, man, that they get the help that they need. I try to be it, but I done learned the hard way that I learned it in the streets early. You just can't help people that don't want to be helped, right? And sometimes the help they want from you is the help that you're not supposed to be giving them. See, they won't help with their wrongdoing. And you know, I couldn't fathom in my mind as a Muslim that in my mind I always just figured the Muslims won't help with their Islam. That's not true. You know what I'm saying? Some Muslims don't want to be corrected. Some Muslims literally want to be like, man, just leave me alone and let me do Islam the way I want to do it. You know what I'm saying? And you have to do that. Even though they might front and be like, man, hey, man, you know, I want to do this, a class, I want to do this. They might do all that, but in reality and their actions, man, just leave me alone, man. I was just talking, man. There was people around. You know, so, you know, that I had to learn the hard way, man. You know, you just can't help people that don't want to be helped. You know what I'm saying? Because what you know is help isn't help to them. That's putting them down. That's trying to fix me. You know what I'm saying? You trying to fix me is an insult because I'm not broken. Go fix you. Don't fix me. But you're not trying to fix them. You're trying to help. You said you wanted some help with your deen. No, see, you insulting me. You putting me down. And that's just not what it is, you see? And they heart just not receptive to the help that they need, man. So it's just sad, man. You know, you got to step aside, man, and just let people go ahead and figure out on their own. You know what I'm saying? And I'm finna close it on this, man, because I got the opportunity, right? I ain't even. Don't think me saying this like this is some big deal, because it definitely ain't. But to do 2 Eid prayers, right? One of them was already lined up, but when I got asked about the second one, which I really want to do, but I know it's the one to not do, you know, because I could see the fitna a mile away. But a lot of people don't know this. So like, the way we do Eid now isn't the original. So like if they see me do the Eid prayer, a lot of people who study, a lot of people know it. Students definitely know it. The way the Rasul and definitely Abu Bakr, definitely Umar, the way that they did the Eids, right? You start off with the prayer. And then there's another authentic hadith where Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam informed the people during the khutbah, he do the prayer first and the khutbah second, because if they don't want to listen to a khutbah, they can leave. You see what I'm saying? It was a brother named Marwan. May Allah be pleased with him. I give y'all the first name for y'all. Anybody want to do some research? Because Muslims had getting to the point where they kept leaving, he introduced giving the khutbah first and then the prayer, because they can't leave. You know what I'm saying? And now you have where people be doing like like people might be up there 45 minutes, an hour, and sometimes it's not relevant. Like it just depends on where you go, or you know what I'm saying? But they're gonna force you into it. Like me, I'm not gonna do that. And I know to this second place that I was asked to come to, I'm knowing when I stand up there and start with the prayer, because all of these individuals, no knock to them, this ain't no diss, they know everything. They know you can't tell them nothing about Islam. But I don't know who all is going to be there, but the lineup, the potential, they gonna think I'm doing something wrong, right? And then when I hit them with the hadiths and letting them know, I'm definitely doing this for y'all, so that y'all can get up and leave, because I got some good news and I got some bad news. And the bad news is I'm up here talking, and the good news is we all gonna die. You know? We all gotta die. And we all gotta go meet Allah Azza wa Jal. That ain't good news to some people. And that's why the bad news is gonna be me talking about it. But I'm gonna make sure the hadith is clear. I'm doing this the way the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam did it, so y'all can leave. So I ain't got to sit here and have y'all looking at me, biting your fingers, and some of these little things, man, and little looks that people be having in their face, because I ain't gonna go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So I said, man, I can't even do it, man. I'm gonna go ahead and just stick with the other place. But I really want to do it, man, because I really want to see something for the community. But you can't see something for people that don't see nothing for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, man, it just takes some people a little longer than others, man, to understand, man. Man, people just be talking, man. You know what I'm saying? And boy, I'm telling you, man, when I hit him with that, hey, man, I'm giving y'all the opportunity to leave, because I got some good news and I got some bad news. And the bad news is I'm up here talking. And the good news is we all gotta die. You know what I'm saying? We gotta go meet Allah. And everything else that come after that, nah, man. It ain't pleasant, man, because it ain't sweet, man. And we need to change, man. So anyway, man, life after Ramadan, man, y'all focus on something, man. Put y'all plan together and really, really put a plan together, man, and be effective, man. And think about what I'm saying, The next 8 years, man, Ramadan gonna be in the wintertime, man, for people in America, man. Get your health together, man. Take your life serious, man. Get your health together, and get your mind together, so that you could do what you gotta do and be strong enough to complete your fast, man. And may Allah make it all easy for us all for the next 8 years, especially for the people who 50 and up, 60 and up, even 40 and up, because like right now, man, a lot of people in their 40s, man, a lot of people have a lot of health issues, man. A lot, Ramadan ain't gonna be nothing to play with the next 8 years, man. Next 6 to 8 years, May Allah make it easy for all of us, man. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.